Okay, fellas, I'm going to do an instructional video on installing the cellular communications kit for the RCA 14 through 26, even the liquid cooled units. They'll be a little different, but this is mainly for the air cooled units. So here's the part numbers and the description. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start by measuring over 14 inches. That will get us into the engine compartment of the unit. The installation manual shows the antennas be mounted in a vertical arrangement, so that's how we'll do it this way as well. So go ahead and mark this one here. We'll use a 6-inch drill bit to drill through from the outside. Obviously, the unit will be put together, so this will be the easiest way to get started. You want to drill all the way through and all the way through the foam so that you know where you're at on the backside. And obviously this will be mounted on the frame of the generator again. Because the engine will be here, you'll just have to take your hole saw bit and then try to center it up in the hole and push and turn so that you cut the foam soundproofing off the back of the unit. Then we'll remove that. Antenna puck has a long lead on it. Comes in the kit. It comes with a nut that's a split nut, so you're able to get it over the lead once you get it installed. You'll take this lead and fish it through the hole that you've drilled, back through into the inside. Make sure you tie it in a knot so you have to untie it because you're getting paid by the hour. Then we'll feed it through. We'll feed it through. You'll get the nut, the split nut to go over, and then you'll tighten it down using your needle nose pliers or whatever you can get in there to make sure that the nut is tightened down and tight. Then we'll take the lead slack, bind it up. We'll fish it through the intake hole into the regulator area of the generator, and then we'll show you how to hook that up from there. Okay, so now we've mounted our antenna pucks on the back of the unit, and we've got them tightened up. We're going to feed the antenna lead from the engine compartment of the generator through this opening, which is the air intake hole. And bring it all the way through so that we can neatly tuck the antenna leads up across the top of the, it'll come up and go across the top behind the soundproofing, down below the hinge, and in through here. This is where that intake opening is, under here. They will feed through there. This is the actual unit that they connect with. The installation manual says to install it in this location here. So we want to get some 3M double-sided tape and mount it here, because there's no way you could get a screw in there to be able to get a screwdriver in there to be able to drill a hole or mount the screws. So with some double stick tape, like comes in the Wi-Fi kits, we can put 2 strips across there. Should be more than enough to hold it in this position, and give us the opportunity to keep it there. As we get the leads for the antenna put through, they connect into these connectors to the box, and they just screw on like any connector to keep them tight. So snug them up with your fingers, keep them tight. After that, we have power cord, a lot like the one from the Wi-Fi kit. There's no battery in this unit. Obviously, it's our display in the lobby, but we'll just connect these to the battery posts and then feed up and around here, keeping it tight. And then with this mounted on the wall, on the back wall, there's a one-way orientation plug that goes in the bottom of that to power it. And so the unit has power. Next, it has to communicate with the controller. So there's the LAN WAN connector. You'll plug it into the bottom of that. Then you'll want to feed it through here to get it into the controller space. Obviously, you have to take the 2 screws out below to get the controller out. You'll raise the controller up. We'll feed it through there to get it into underneath the controller space. Get it through the maze of wires. Only I could do that. And then into the RJ45 jack in the bottom, back of the controller. Then we'll obviously want to, we might even make up, since it's such a short shot, you might even make up just a different network cable to make it simpler and not so messy with as much. And obviously it's connected here. Then you should power up the unit. It'll go through its setup on its own. And then it should be connected to the Kohler network. And you should be able to connect through the Kohler management app in order to have remote monitoring for the customer and us as well. So kind of crazy, messy explanation, but pretty cut and dry. Thanks.